It all comes down to this, if you're not cadets, because they've already won. But if you're from 2nd down to 16th place, or 2nd down to 32nd place, technically, there is still a chance for you to go out and earn yourself some more money than either what you've already earned, or to get yourself into the money if you weren't there already. One more game to be played on a wrangle before we will know our top teams of the Wingman Series 9 NA Open.
Yeah, I think realistically we're looking at maybe 15 teams battling for the significant prize pool, like the top 5, top 6. 15 teams that could make it off a big win. But we're still looking at, I think every team could make it into the top 16. So there's still almost all to play for, bar the 10 grand at the top. Like, even down to the last circle, we could, should, and probably will see, like, the final fight of this game. The second for last fight, all those fights will be crucial towards that final leaderboard, towards who gets the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and so on.
Now, I'm wondering, because obviously the players will try and keep track of the leaderboards as well coming into this final game, how many teams do you think will change their play style from what they've been doing the first 11 games? Now that, I mean, as we say, technically all games matter equal, or have equal impact, but this is last game. I'll let you guys look at this while we go over what I was just about to talk about here. How much do you think it matters when, like, now all the math is laid out for you, now all the cards on the table, you have to have one last game? Do you think a lot of teams that maybe are a bit further up than what they expected to be will go extra passive, or will they maintain that same play style?
Yeah, the problem coming into this last game is always your mindset, is whether you can push out the fact that it's the last match of the day, push out the fact that, you know, going out last is the end of the world. Having a good game is extremely nerve-wracking if you get to those late circles, and you just treat it like it was game 1, treat it like it's game 2. And if you do that, if you just, especially if you're like one of the top 5 teams, if you just take the style that's been getting you that far, as long as you don't get sort of stuck into it and you just keep doing what you've done, you should finish in that sort of position.
50 points, 40 kill win for Alex Penn's Twitter feed. That would ignite some crazy tweets, I'm sure. And all the way down the list, 70 down to 35. So a 35-point gap from 16th up to 2nd. And then we have 2 teams at 30. And quite a few were up 20 and above down the list. So if we're looking just at money in general, I feel like anywhere, I mean, honestly, all the way down to Average Joe in 20th. That's a lot of teams with a chance of, of either getting more or less than what they had coming into this. So now, plane is in the sky. It's a decent one. It can go anywhere. We had a military game just before.
Why
not go down there again? Just for the memes. Just for the memes. Just send it down there once more. I don't think the Open has had a single military game. Did they have a military game?
Wait, who?
I mean, these guys. In Opens. I don't think they had a single military game on NA.
No, because we saw G2 have the fights. We saw one in the EU Pro.
Yeah.
And I think we saw one in EU Open, I want to say.
So we haven't had one in NA Open. I didn't think we had either.
How many we've had and trying to process of elimination. No, yeah, I think last one was their first.
Yeah, exactly. So they can get 2. They can get 2 in a row. Wouldn't be too bad. Wouldn't be too unfair either. Teams are spreading out. Of course, again, it was a pretty decent playing path. So
we should have a bit of a slow early game, but I mean,
yeah, depends on the circle. To be fair,
yeah, I mean, watching any Open, I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh no, they're always fine. I mean, we'll lose 10 players. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we will lose 10 players before this one has come to an end. And as you can see, there's only 49 players on the server, which of course is a little sad because there are some teams that are kind of reliant on having those skills available that now they don't. But if you've played a tournament from the start,
that's not what you want.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is not.
If you've played a tournament, wait, he got run over by one team and flushed by another. Were there 3 different teams going for the same US?
I mean, that's the only explanation I could think of. But yeah, we see there's so many like split off players, so many solos in the wrong places.
That's unfortunate.
And considering Average Joe, one of the teams sort of in that, I think they're top 10, or at least they were definitely top 16. I can't remember exactly.
No, they weren't. They were sitting in 20th.
Oh, but did they drop that far down?
Yeah, they were 20th.
I mean, 2 games ago they were like 10th. So they've had 2 rough games.
No, they had a 10th place in that one game. Overall, they were far down the list.
Well, I mean, my brain.
That's all right.
frazzled.
It's late.
It is late. Past my bedtime. But anyway, they're a team we've sort of been hyping up, saying we saw them do some good stuff.
They've stepped up. Like, I always look for teams that I don't know because I feel like I know most players and teams in general. At least when it comes to like high level PUBG, and these guys I didn't know, and they showed me some moments of impressiveness, and I wanted to see more of it, but unfortunately they haven't really been able to do that in the finals. One team that has, though, in the group stages as well, Tumas and Altless, and they have not really either been on either of our lips, honestly, throughout any of the casts we've done today.
I mean, they're like a shadow of their Miramar selves.
Yeah.
But one team, the last game, we saw Natalia and their teammate, I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Oh, Zebra.
It's gone. But they were doing incredibly well last game. But we haven't really seen them over the rest of the tournament. They've done okay, but that game was the first time that they really highlighted themselves as a team capable of taking and winning like repeated gunfights across one tournament. So I want to see maybe they can do it again, but it looks like Natalia's on their lonesome.
Yeah.
I don't see the number 2. Whether that's because they've died, which I'm not sure, because I think we
had 25 teams and only 49 connect. So it could be one that had a disconnected teammate. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a rough one if that's happened. But Xavier, talk about a rough one.
Nothing yourself there. Where is his teammate?
Where is he? Am I blind?
Is it Berkey? All the way inside the circle? It is. Oof. He's coming back. Oh my lord. This is bad for multiple reasons. A, he's probably going to get killed by Thug now. B, Berkey rotated absurdly early to get a spot in the circle. And Seal don't know how to drive a bike.
I genuinely think
in all fairness, this parked upside down pretty impressively. but that's just... I don't use the word embarrassing, but that's just really, really, really not good.
Especially going... Like we were talking about, like keeping the mindset. Like the... not getting the nerves going, nothing going wrong in terms of your mental state coming into this last game, and that is gonna frazzle your nerves.
Berkey literally had a center compound and gave it up to drive 4 kilometers outside the circle to rest his friend who can't drive a bike.
I mean, there's a
and now he's gonna die before he gets there too.
It's gonna be rough if that happens. He only gets tagged once. He should be okay.
Imagine.
But
is he even gonna make it?
He just should have left it.
Like, is he even going to make it? No, he's not going to get there in time.
So it's like,
well, he might. It's going to be absurdly close.
Doesn't make it.
Nope, he's dead. He got flushed. No, he just died to blue.
Yeah.
Well, at least he gets a fresh HP bike. And some loot. That is so bad. I mean, yes, everyone can flip a bike. It happens. I mean, we see... I think when you're European, in terms of PUBG, probably shouldn't say anything because they average like 16 team knocks and flip-flops on vehicles as well.
Should I tell a fun story about myself? Why not? There was a game I played a long time ago. It was a British Duos tournament. And in one rotation on a bike, I flipped and knocked myself out 4 times. Every time my teammate had to turn around and res me. 4 times.
That's how fun it was.
And I survived the rotation. And guess what happened? First compound we pull up in, there's a guy hiding in the toilet, kills us both. After all that work of resing me 4 times, he just died to a guy in the toilet.
Did you ride bikes since then?
Yeah. In my defense.
And you still sometimes wonder why you're not a professional player.
Yeah. But I mean, that was like the first moment. I was like, maybe it's not my game.
Yeah.
And then I was like...
Can you catch fish like that?
I mean, I have caught fish bigger than that.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
In your Twitter fish net?
No.
Or like in real life?
Wait,
so you catch fish but you don't eat them?
No, we ate them. Yeah, we ate them.
But you just said you didn't like fish.
Right, caveat. I like fresh fish. Like when you catch them and when they're the fish you've caught, they taste infinitely better.
Also, when you kill something, you want to eat it. That's kind of sadistic, isn't it?
Yeah, you put it like that, it's a little bit messed up.
I only eat it if I've murdered it myself. Okay, I see what it is.
You know when you get something from a shop and it tastes like not plasticky, but
this is not a flex by any means, but there's a big sushi trend going on in Denmark. And after I had like street sushi in Japan,
it's infinitely better.
And you pay 15 times the price for it in Denmark. It's
nowhere near the same.
You can be the same, you can be the most fancy gourmet chef guy in the world, but it's just not the same.
Yeah, and it's exactly that's the only fish I'll happily eat is the stuff I've caught.
Yeah, that's fair enough. T-Sock, he's found HVZ. Him and Low Boy, they had decent games back to back now, and of course they want to get their way further up into the placements. But T-Sock and his teammate Tickshoot, on the other hand, they've had some tough games, and they desperately need points here. Snake has gone down already. That should up for some interesting...
I think they crashed a compound, didn't they? Or they
no, he got pooped from behind.
Yeah, but he killed 2 people, didn't he? He killed...
He knocked and flushed the guy.
Knocked and flushed.
That was... it
was not Lush's
teammate. Yeah, exactly.
At least gets the...
they're racing for the flush. Is it going to be a flush? Is it going to be a res? We will know he flew too far. No, he jumped off. He jumped off. Oh,
Shinboy just get
1v1. Full HP as well for Lush. I thought he was going to take some damage from that. He spots him around the corner. And Lush, well, I mean, you took out the first place team. It's a little too late to make a difference in terms of where they finish up on the leaderboard, but at least there's some bracket rights.
And I mean, it's going to change where he finishes on the leaderboard, so I'm not sure he's complaining too much. He has lost his teammate, though, so there's that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's that caveat, but it's still 2 points. It's a great start to the game, and if he just drives into the middle, grabs his shack, gets into the placement points, turns this into like a 5-6 point game, he might at least get up like 1 or 2 placements on the leaderboard.
There is a chance. Now, T-Sock, he's been, well, I mean, if he hadn't already... Oh, my lord, that nade. That was a nice throw. He does go down, though. HVC around the corner spotted him from inside the house. Now, Check Shooter needs to come over and help.
See it.
Is that a smoke?
No, it was
Nope, that wasn't an aid.
Definitely an aid.
Oh, and Check is getting shot at from behind as well. Has to... Well, he probably wants to dip out of here, but I just don't see it being really an opportunity for him. Gets the knock onto one, but they double-peaked it perfectly. Down he goes.
Yeah, and that's 2 kills away the farm stream. 2 back-to-back good games, and they're looking to make it a third. Looking to skyrocket up that leaderboard. And if there's one time you want to wake up in a tournament, the end is probably a good time to do it.
I mean, if you wake up at the start of it, you go even better, right?
Yeah, but if you fall asleep again, then, you know.
Yeah.
Then you just start dropping.
Oh!
Hello. I'm very excited right now.
Oh, this is so stupid. And funny.
Right, are we going north or south?
Normally we talk about integrity in terms of things happening, and this has just lost all of it.
I just want chaos.
Wait. We always talk about how the center of this circle has to be on land. I have a question. I was going to say, is the center of this circle on the middle of the bridge?
Yep.
Is it actually on the middle of this bridge?
Right. So
like, try and draw the lines from left to right, right?
It's on the bridge.
It has to be literally on the middle of the bridge.
Yeah.
That is so dumb.
What are these?
That is so dumb. Does that mean that technically that bridge counts as land?
Yeah, I mean,
and you could shift onto the middle of that?
Yeah, all the bridges in the game count as land.
No.
Yeah, I don't know why, because they're not land. They're above water.
Yeah, you would think so, right?
But they all count as land. I've never understood why.
I've never seen a game end out on a bridge. Like the only, we saw down in there in this other side towards military, where technically there's still land underneath that bridge area, but I've never seen one actually end out in open water on a bridge.
I've had on that eastern bridge. I've had one end in the middle of the bridge.
You're out of ammo, Owen. Thank you.
Like literally in the middle of the bridge. It was a public game, to be fair, so it's not quite the same. But obviously, we don't have water shift in this, so
that is stupid.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, the bridges count as land, so we could actually be ending on the bridge for the final game when they open, just to screw with everyone.
Could you imagine? Piebola and Astronauta tried to get some kills in there, but Glory and Patron managed to get away, able to stay safe, and well, I mean, at least for now, the majority of teams have settled for the northern side, and that kind of makes sense. The only issue that could become is that if it does go south, I mean, it kind of goes both ways, but if it does go south, if you want to have your vehicle, you have 3 bridges to cross. If you don't want to have a vehicle, you can take a boat, which would probably get you killed. If you don't care for either, you can swim, which will most likely also get you killed. So, what do you do?
I mean, there's a couple boats like up to the northwest, like closer towards Zaki, that you can take safely.
On the south side, though, between Glory and Zaki.
On the south, yeah. I mean,
from here, where Glory is, all the way around the coast up to Saki. Do you have any boats here?
I think it's possible. There's no hard spawn, but there is a...
It's only hard spawns because it's esports mode.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no casual spawns. There's only a boat spawn down in the inside of Georgia.
I think there's one. It might be in Zaki, though. So
yeah, so it's on the other side. Yeah, exactly.
So
there's a boat spawn in Zaki, but it's on the other side. So they will have no way to get across.
But you'd have time.
Just casually driving my 2-tire.
I mean, if Dark Dreams and Taz see the shift go south, they could actually just take that boat.
I think that's why they're staying up there. I think that's exactly why they're waiting. They won't do anything from far up north. Oh, Lopes did manage to get inside the building.
Everyone's got their new apartment.
Yeah. A new apartment building.
Imagine that. You just got a whole building to yourself.
I mean, move to Pripyat. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of free real estate.
Yeah, and just kind of have to agree with the Ukrainian government to give it to you.
I think an observer crashed. Oops.
He was doing moves that were so crazy that the FPS of the computer couldn't handle it. Now, Circle, how ruthless are you? Let's see. How ruthless will this Circle be?
This goes on the bridge again, just to screw with everyone.
No. It goes north. But it still can go south. I mean, you never know.
It does.
It does go up towards the north, and we have. I mean, I guess fortunately the majority of teams are already up there. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams are south and have to push north. And I don't know why Tetra and Dom LeBomb pushed that direction. That would probably be the most obvious spot to have opponents sitting around. You can go out west to the shore, take a boat. You can go far away underneath, east, drive across. Driving into South George in that circle is probably the... Like, if you plan out, like, 16 different options they had, that was probably the one that was really bad.
Yeah. I mean, it was a completely unforced fight. Especially when you don't know where the circle's going to go. They'd committed to it before the circle shifted.
I mean, it's the only place people could be sitting coming into the circle, and they just drive straight into the... I mean, I guess, into the storm, I guess.
Thomas has snuck his way into the sort of the dips in the northwest side of the map, and... That position, whilst on his own, it's going to be quite hard to hold it. It's such a strong position if you can keep control of it. But Dark Dreams and Taz coming in from the north, I expect they might want it.
Yeah, see Roth and Pax, they are not wanting to cross the bridges, so they take a boat. They'll probably crash it up on the west side somewhere. There's plenty of spots you can crawl up on the west side.
Like the Zaki Mountain. There's not really a call out for it, but I call it Zaki Mountain. We see on the sort of northwestern edge of the circle. If they get the boat just to the south of that, they can climb up and they can get control of that hill. From there, there's a hard spawn next to it. First off, second off, they have vision of the entire circle.
Yes. Also, there's 4 windmills.
I did not know that.
Exactly.
I can see them on the map now. Now you mentioned
there's the only place on the entire map with windmills, and I never noticed it before. I think it was the awesome intro video while we're seeing Batty go full on hand here on these guys. Oh my lord, they're pooping on all of them. Rowan's now by himself.
That was it was 2 different teams as well.
Yeah, they were not. They were not
in the middle of a fight.
I have no idea why they would want to go. Look at the position they were in. Look at where they were sitting. They had the ridge line. They had the entire mountain to the northeast. And they said, wait, a mountain? No, I want this little building in the middle of the open. Why sit up here with plenty of control when you can be on the far eastern edge of the circle in a shack?
We'll never know the mines. Never be able to see
That's it. That's the spot. Free real estate. Yep. It's like, do you want to get the nice lot where you have to build your own house? Or do you want to have the maybe not so good lot where you have to get rolled? I mean, you get free kills. That's why he stays.
Hello, Relics is going to get a kill. No, he's not.
It was also the same team that saw them cross over. Yeah. It was them who crashed.
Lobo actually gets the knock. Do they go for the crash now? But no, it's going to be hard for North George.
The thing is, look at this. There's no way that Batty can sit or that D-Rich can sit where he's not open, unless if it's open on the backside, which you don't want to do either.
North George. Hello. I mean, unless your hard shifts north, I expect we're going to be ending sort of around where Patron is.
Yeah,
it's been a
normally
long
goes
time since I've seen the circle there.
Normally goes into that area or into the field where Tumas is. It also happens quite a few times.
There's actually it was a really nice place on this map, just to the north of Burke, like just in the field.
Windmills.
Hello,
Sorry, I just have to say it because it's literally the only place in the game that has a windmill. It's up here. And the only reason, I think it was in an awesome tournament way back in the day, in the countdown videos, intro things that like panoramic camera shots of things. I was like, where the hell is that windmill?
No, but they weren't there before.
Yeah, they've always been there.
I thought
they've always been there.
How have I never seen them?
Always, because you've never been there.
Yes, I have. I've been on that hill a lot. I used to drop.
Those windmills have always been there. And I have always been so confused by where they were until I actually spent like 15 minutes flying the entire map then to find them.
Well, this is bold. And Lush is going for a swim all of a sudden.
So they didn't used to be on the map like they are now.
That's why I probably never noticed them.
Yeah, you never saw them on the map.
Because you're so busy looking for players, you don't look up.
Yeah, I guess so. That's the same thing with crates, right? Sometimes you wonder why there's a crate landing right behind the guy. Like, how many times have you played a game fully focused on a fight and you hear that, like, grunk sound and you look to right and you can't move because there's literally a crate on your feet?
I've been killed by a crate before. Like, where it landed on my head.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I flat out did not notice it and it just landed on me.
But that doesn't kill you.
Yes, it does. I mean, it did what it did.
I mean, if it killed you, it killed you. I just didn't think it would.
Yeah, it killed me. Whether it still does, I don't know if they changed it, but I mean, this was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it definitely killed me. As I remember 9. So
Tumas does find buyers. Now Wycus comes in as well, excuse me.
That was a very half-hearted pull-up by because that was one of those. I'm not really sure I should be doing this, and he's being told why. Rothenberg's lighting him up.
I'm assuming that's a bug.
2 HP. He survived on 2 HP.
He just stay put and he's inside the circle too. And oh, yep, there was a buggy. You can normally tell when the arrow of looking and where they're looking just starts going in circles. That's normally because he was in a buggy that's been spun out.
Yeah, I mean, he has actually got all tires, so obviously just a bad driver.
Also, your buggy tires now take more shots, so you can actually do half damage to them where it makes a squeaky sound.
Yeah.
And then they also can spin out, even though there's 4 tires.
Does it actually spin you out?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
I mean, not to the same extent. Like, it takes more to do it, but if you start using handbrakes and stuff, should we have reminded Owen that his teammate links to the left?
Yes. Just splits.
Oh, you always have that friend who doesn't know left and right. It's like, left, left, left. Okay. Just turns right. You can ask Spreezy. He had one of those things happen in his tournament when he was the nation's captain in not this season, but last season.
By and large, though, if you're
nade in hand.
Wait.
Gun in hand. Yep. But you already did. Stop committing to those nades when you have a guy right in front of you.
And there's the rest. So Lowboy saving his teammate up to 3 kills. 3rd good game in a row now. It looks like they're edging their way towards placement points.
So many people
inside. Back to that sort of Jake and Owen thing. If you're at a position where you're like driving and you don't already know where you're going, it's not already marked out, you've done something wrong already.
I mean, also the guy that was shooting was on the left side, so he turned right because he wanted to avoid the fire. Yeah, exactly.
Jake just drove straight past him.
Circle does continue to go somewhat north. This would be a pretty usual circle 4 shift, but it is in phase 5. That nade nowhere near far enough. D-Rich has one more. Oh my lord, he's right on his feet, and he even pulled one himself. He had one himself. Get away, Tassonator! Oh, no one died.
Oh, this one might be good though. He's gonna dunks. Oh, it doesn't quite put Taz down. But D-Rich is going to go in. Can he get the final kill? But Taz actually gets it.
Doesn't.
Gets them both.
No, he didn't. Tassonator survived.
Taz got them both.
Oh, yeah, he got them both. Yeah. Impressive. He did lose his teammate, but that was a good 2-point pickup. And
2 for 1's always good.
Cannot keep stressing this enough. How much crap we've been through to get here. We are still not in placement points.
Oh, I've just looked at it. Like
we're still not in placement points yet.
Always. When you get to top 20, like in your head, you're in the placement points.
Well, yeah, obviously, because it's top 8 in squads of 4. I mean, of course, you'd expect.
Even in duos, though, with top 12, obviously, it should be like top 17, top 16.
Yeah.
But still, like mentally in your head, you're in placement points, and then you die with like 1 kill, and you just get 1 point. You're just so annoyed.
We could be with 15 alive and still not be in placement points in this tournament because there's still a lot of duos left for me.
Maybe you could be 13 alive, technically.
Yeah. Let's see, Patron is trying to make the run around. 1 of 2 duos. Right here, Trinity finds one from a farm. That's a solo player just harvesting kills in the open.
And can Patron get down? Yeah, he just about gets to the house. He should be able to get the res, but it was almost very rough. Was that any good?
Nope.
No. No.
Taz is able to stay alive for now. And Tumas, again, 1 kill for the team. I mean, he did play this position pretty well. And as you can see, his main issue is that he kind of relies on people to come to him and then take the fight close. He can't really go up and peek stuff because he's so exposed.
Yeah, even in squads, this is a position it's really hard to hold, the one that Tumas is in. Just because all those people in the south have so much vision on you. That like as soon as you're in a position where like you need to peek north, you just get sort of taken out. Did he get them both?
No, yeah, they're
one
each.
I wasn't really paying attention because I thought he was just going to get the flush, but suddenly he just gets a nade inside, gets Patriot as well.
Yep.
It just clears out the middle of the map in favor of Pax and Rock.
Full on destroyed. Now, if this circle shifts north, there's going to be a massacre
Imagine how many
in
kills
this city.
they're going to get.
They're not going to get any because they'll all be fighting. Oh, that's scary. They're all going to be fighting inside the city to try and they will prioritize fighting each other rather than fighting out. Maybe 1 or 2 teams will try and push around on the sides, but everyone else will be forced to fight inside the city because they know there's another layer of players they will be running into anyway.
Absolute worst case scenario, you're pretty much guaranteed like top 5.
I mean, there'd be like 2 or 3 players pushing out of that city towards Pax and Wrath.
I wonder if Jake and Owen might wrap like on the western edge.
That would be the smart play. Yeah,
that'd be the right thing to do. And it's going to go north. So, I mean, first thing Jake and Owen need to do now is realize they can't go through the middle here. They need to go around.
They're wrapping. If they don't, then that's a massive misplay by them.
And the ridge that Pax and Roth are playing is completely exposed. From
you can see Lowboy and HVC is doing the exact thing right now, pushing out of the house on the right side. They want to go into the field, but, I mean, they need to push up over the hill first, and I think that's what they're waiting to do until more people start fighting, because you can see Crisero and Rubino, they're looking that way They're just they're just tunnel visioning them right now.
Yeah, but as soon as you get over that ridge, despite the fact that it's a really open field, it's actually completely fine because everyone's on the south
side. The thing is they have to move first. Now they do get the car over. That's smart play. Oh, one gets knocked. He could go back. In all fairness, he could go back. Still 7 seconds.
I think he's not going to risk it. I mean,
it is final game. You do not want to go out now when you have a chance. I mean, if he gets into the circle here, it's essentially top 5 guaranteed.
Yeah, I would expect he's going to go towards the pylon, but I think the bike actually rolled off because he hopped off it.
Yeah, it's gone. And it was also dark smoking, so I don't think you'd want to risk that.
If he can get across the road and just start snaking in that field, you're looking at a top 5.
If he can get to the antenna, like on the east side of the new circle, he is perfectly set. But Natalia did hear the bike, did see the person downed. He's going to run over now. Why do you throw a smoke?
Natalia's come all the way from military and has 0 kills. He just got in.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Snuck their way into the circle, which is mightily impressive. And we could be looking for a really good last game. We saw them obviously go. Yeah, they had a massive game 11. If they gain 12 as good as well, they could be fighting for some pretty significant money at the end of this.
And as we saw, it wasn't really a one-man thing. I mean, they were both there in terms of kills. So clearly able to do both rotations and killing. When you put those two together, then you have a good PUBG player.
But they're not both here this time. So like the team's neutered slightly, and Natalia on their own. So half the firepower, half the bullets.
Now everyone's been stalling this fight for the longest, and it means that the chaos just commences that much later. Rob able to spot out Owen, does get him down. I'm surprised they didn't push left around as we talked about. Decided to commit into the city, and they go down first. That was a mistake on their part, I believe, and well, it cost them.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe they were scared about who was there and just decided to go for this safe play. But Rubinho, that was a nasty little spray. Gets the kill. Instantly traded, which is the nature of this. It's pretty much whoever shoots last is the one that survives the longest. Survives the most is the placement points.
As you can see, a lot of players gone down trying to make that escape around the corner. Still at 1 HP, has to try and stay alive for now. We do see it now. Nate bounced out. That's a smart throw right there.
Interestingly, all these players are sort of running away instead of taking the fight. They're actually feeding Rothan packs. They're already up to 2. They've already taken down 2 teams. And there's still a lot of kills available.
Underhand Nate out of the house. Astronauta needs to move a little further forward to try and avoid that blue damage. Lowboy did manage to make it across. And he actually is inside the next circle on that corner spot. That is an amazing spot to be in.
I mean, you look at this and you're thinking, as long as like Taz doesn't spot them, this is a top 4.
Does go down.
It's a top 4 guaranteed.
Yeah. Ysera does go down. We still have 3 teams on the south side, not inside the circle. And actually, none of the 2 teams on the northern side is inside either. But I think Tumas is looking for Tazinator. He was shooting at him earlier. He hurt him as well. Oh, I don't know if that is Nate. Oh, just bounces off the side. That would have been a perfect double.
But where do you go if you're Piper and
I mean, you're dead.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go.
I mean, we did say that about other people earlier today. Krabik, he was on that rock, ends up getting 4 kills and a win. So let's not count them out too fast. Maybe they have like 6 billion.
If they can get a knock and use that to push across the road, then maybe they survive this. But it's like they have to be perfect. And,
there's a crate. You can go take it.
Gonna make the run. Can they make it across? They actually do for now. But look who's behind them. Natalia strikes, gets the first knock. Astronaut down, flushes out the kills of Pybola on their own now.
Oh, one more spotted will be the death there as well. Pax do find him. 8 kills for Alex Penn's Twitter feed. And that man actually, I mean, they were sitting in 4th, I believe, coming into this game. This could boat them up into 2nd. I think they had 15 points or so up to 2nd place at 70 points. They're getting a ton here. And look at this, 9 kills still with 3 more players left potentially for them to kill.
Yeah, they were able to farm all those players that didn't want to take a gunfight coming out of the compound. And all those people that ran around outside, 3 kills.
And they just got an Orm with full level 3 gear.
To be fair,
in this circle, that's insane.
That is like, normally you want a DMR. Like, I've sort of got out of favor with the Orm a little bit just because I mean,
you have a DMR on the other guy.
Yeah, but I personally...
And they're all solos.
You're not wrong. Yeah, like one shot will kill it.
And they've all been fighting, so vests are probably rather damaged anyway.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't get the knock, put 1 bullet in someone's vest, like all 3 of these players, and their vest is gone. And then suddenly he put 1 more bullet and they're gone.
Now the question is whether they actually picked up the Orm or not. You got the Roughness, the SKS.
I mean, in this circle, I would fully understand why you're taking a DMR, because you're going to be looking at people running.
Yeah, but then you just got to keep good and aim.
Yeah, but like it's much easier to kill someone running with a DMR.
They didn't take the Orm.
So like in my opinion, a DMR is better than a sniper in pretty much every situation, bar peak fights. Even though the Orm is nuts. I fully understand.
It's because they didn't have any skins for it, I'm sure. It's that's the only logical reason. You always take the arm, no matter the situation.
I don't. I actually leave it.
That's why I'm not a professional player, Saint.
Are you a professional player?
No, but I learned from them. They always take the arms.
Do they? I believe Rotten Pax.
Rotten Pax, not professional players.
They have been.
I think I'm trying to make a point out of nothing here. You can pick whatever the hell weapons you want, guys. You can pick a DBS if you want to, running into field ending.
If you pick up the DBS, you are wrong.
Then you're a professional gamer.
Professional memer.
Maybe. Can't you be both?
But not if you want to win money.
If you're just that good, I mean... Yeah,
there's very few players that can pull that sort of thing off.
That is true. Rotten Pax, they were the only team that was inside the circle already, but they have pushed for a better position coming into the final circle. They will be essentially on the dot, and now both Tassonator and Thomas and Lowboy will have to start.
There's always this
way forward too.
Like this worry if they. They can't notice a bunch of solos. Do they see them? No, it doesn't. But there's a problem. All three of them are snaking. I actually saw Thomas light him up. He's down so low, and if Taz spots that, one bullet will do it.
Taz not only hears the shots, but also gets a somewhat indication of where those bullets are traveling towards. Like he'll hear the hits both on the body of him and also on the rock in front of him if anyone ricocheted off there.
So this is that sort of situation where if let's say Lowboy gets one of them knocked, suddenly one of the other solos can strike. So
for sure.
Pax and Roth have to be so careful that they don't stumble on top of another solo and just immediately lose a player, and then suddenly it just becomes a 1v1v1 for the win.
Oh, sure. Lowboy, I think it's just going to sneaky, peeky, push his way forward and hope that the engagements escalate on the other side. He is the one with the most distance to the center, but at the same time, he's also... he has essentially half the circle to himself. And it's a downhill on his side, so people probably won't see him. And as you can see, Pax is looking the other way to hope to take the fight there first.
Now, all three of the solos we have left are in a relatively decent position in the leaderboard. Then, our duo is the one that's sort of right up to the top. The other three are in contention for money. In contention for a decent placing. If they can turn this into like a couple more points. If they can get a second with an extra kill, and just even those 2 points could be crucial. Could be an extra place. It could be even 2 places given how close our leaderboard is.
I'm trying to remember where Unfroy is sitting right now, the leaderboards.
I think they had a couple good games on day one. So they were okay coming into the day. They had a poor day.
I mean, it's all on the left side for sure. I just don't recall how far up the leaderboards they were.
They were like 12th, 13th, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Nate's being spammed by Lowboy. Fortunately, Roth doesn't see the Nate in the air to kind of line out the trajectory.
Slightly worryingly for Roth and Pax is that their utility is getting very low. So, like...
I mean, there's only 1 minute left of the game.
Yeah, but like the lack of frag grenades in particular. If one of these solos has a few of them and can just make a little red zone...
Wait, how much damage are you taking, Tassonator? That's a lot of damage done towards you. Roth actually finds Lowboy on the edge, so despite him... Oh, why are you jumping?
If this gets them out, they're going to... No, they still get the win somehow. Oh, Tuomas actually got the kill, I think, onto Taz. No, it was the other way around. Taz got the kill onto Tuomas.
That picture is... I'm surprised. I was going to say I'm surprised they actually got to have that logo. And some admin didn't make sure that didn't happen. But they do get an 11 kill win.
Almost threw it away. Very near. Like I think it was actually like 1 bullet away from throwing that away at the end. It got very close.
Jump in those situations.
Oh, no, he was full HP. Total lie.
You do not jump in those situations, guys. You can say whatever you want, but that's just not it.
They should
it wasn't a jump for info, it was a jump.
That was it.
Those you don't do, especially not late game if you want to win those have money. But they do get 21 points, and I know that is going to be a up the leaderboard for them. Although they can maybe, right? I was going to say they maybe only actually get 1 or 2 spots over it. Because
I mean, they're not catching cadets. I mean, they can't.
By no means. But they might get.
So.
Just those 2 spots will be what? An additional $4,000. So that's a pretty decent pickup. We can try and roll it over here. Let me just
I'm pretty sure that was
the numbers for you.
For Alex Penn's Twitter feed, that was a $4,000 game.
It probably was. To be fair, it probably was, and it wasn't exactly. What was it? We did the math on that. Upa during PGC scrambled his way to $300,000, like one $300,000 headshot.
Yeah,
that's one headshot granted them $300,000. That's a little different prize pool, of course, when you have massive global World Championship finals. But as you can see, Alex Penn's team did manage to win the game, and I think, I mean, you're right. I mean, second place $5,000, fourth place $2,000, so it could potentially be looking at an additional $3,000 in your pocket.
And that's an entire new PC. I mean, not like top end. But that is a fair...
It's not a top-end PC, a $3,000 PC.
Yeah, but there's two of them, so...
Well, they share it. They're friends, right?
What, one PC? One person can be the keyboard. One person
Me and my brother did that for like the first 10 years of my life.
Yeah, I don't think they live together, so... It's going to be a bit more difficult. If
it's called Wingman. I thought they were all brothers,
If they're like in different states.
Just can you come over next Friday and play some video games?
They just bring the PC with each one weekend.
Have to send it with
You can have it during the week. Yeah, I'll have it the weekend. There you go.
Maybe that's how it is. I don't know. It probably wouldn't work for these sort of tournaments. If maybe one uses AWSD, one uses mouse or key arrow keys.
You played split screen like on console back in the day. Imagine if you could do that on like PUBG. And you just
can you do that when you have it on console PC, like PUBG console?
I've never played it on console.
That would be amazing. PUBG console split screen.
I mean, I'd rather just have my own screen.
Yeah, but if you're two guys sitting together at a LAN party having fun type thing,
just bring your PS4 or your Xbox. Just have your own.
Here I am trying to embrace and enjoy the split screen, and he's not it.
Nah, I'm not interested. If this is an offer,
when they remove split screen from racing games, I tilted it. I
racing
tilted
games,
massively.
I need it.
Imagine Tekken and you can play against each other.
But Tekken, you can.
Imagine Tekken where you can't play against each other.
I think.
In any case, we have a PUBG tournament going, and it actually just came to an end. We will get to see the leaderboards in just a short moment, and I am very, 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 I'm very hyped to see how it all outlines. But let's take a look at exactly how this last game ended up. 21-point game for Alex Penn's Twitter feed, and the farm stream. Well, I mean, as you can see, no one really came close. We had 5 kills for 303, but they got caught in Pachinki alongside in North George, alongside everyone else, and there was a lot of 0-pointers. And
we saw 303 go down to Orion, sort of on the northeastern end.
Yeah.
And they had 5 kills already. That game could have very easily been double digits.
It could have been a much better game for sure. Let's go see the total leaderboard, guys. Who made it into first place? Cadets did, and Alex Penn do manage to get themselves a $3,000 chicken dinner turnaround there in the final game. They were in 4th place. Now they bounced their way up into an even better spot. That is very impressive.
And Orion snaking their way into that last game. We saw Taz survive that 1v2. Yes, he lost to a teammate, but the fact that he was able to get across the road, the fact that he didn't die to Omos, and eventually got a 2nd place, put him into 5th place by only 3 points. So it was absolutely crucial that he got across in the end.
Such a big chunk of money going out to some of the top teams. And as you can see, if you look down the list here, there's so many teams split with kills. I mean, we have 14 kills, 11th place, but so many placement points. There isn't really a rule for how you want to do these things in terms of placements or kill points. It's just, overall, I mean, you got to go out there and you got to give it your best. And we saw some teams really rise to the occasion, and even in a situation where they had nothing, managed to pull out wins. And teams were pretty much spoon-fed. Come on, take this chicken dinner already, damn it, and they threw it away. So with only 12 games to go, you got to bring your best to win it.
Yeah, we particularly Die Gaming, like that win they had. But it's not enough, just that win to push you up into the top 16. You need to be consistent over the 12 games. And we saw that some teams, they never won a game. They never had that blowout, like 15, 16-point game. But teams like Just Onfroy, who they were just slowly picking away, you know, the 3 points here, 4 points there, the occasional 6-pointer. And eventually, I think they actually came 7th. So not too bad in the end for them.
Not too bad at all. A solid $700 pickup for them.
I wouldn't complain if I was them.
No, not at all. I mean, it's that's money for playing video games.
that's the dream.
That's what everyone's hoping for. And of course, if you're sitting out there wondering how you could play, now I haven't heard any confirmation that there's going to be a Season 10, but I would be very surprised if there is. And even if there's not, then there is a lot of other amazing PUBG-related things going on the GLL homepage. So hop over to play.gll.gg, sign up using Steam or Facebook or whatever you want to use. You can go on and play games there. You can play competitive. You can play against some of the best. I mean, the European professionals, the NA professionals, everyone uses the platform. You can play against Saint. It's pretty free points for you. Not you, them. And then get yourself into these big tournaments and have fun watching. And what we will have coming up for you guys in just about an hour, you can see right now, I'm getting better at this. It's there. We're getting 3 minutes to 1 a.m. here. So in 2 a.m., 1 hour and 3 minutes, we will start the NA Pro tournament. Now, this is only day 1. So today won't get the, just like we just saw here, it won't be the finishing 6 games will be the first 6 games of the best of 12. The rest of them will be played tomorrow. So guys, do me a favor. Tune in just about an hour and support your top NPL players, because there's a ton of really high caliber ones in there. We're going to hop off now, guys. See you all in an hour. Take care.